encouraging students to change their behavior, or families to do more things that more like white families do, like reading to their children or adopting like a growth mindset. Just, yeah, changing their own mindset to fit the school culture mindset.
Middle MAGA.
The Discord has been energizing me. I really appreciate everybody chatting in there. I'm watching everything. I can't comment on everything, but I'm in there a lot. Here's a link to the Discord in the chat right now, and I bring that up because right before I went live, this is not on the topic of what I planned. Right before I went live, I saw this, and we were talking about it in here. Rasputin put in here a tweet, and I wanted to show this to give Rasputin credit, and this was a very interesting topic. It does go with what I want to talk about today. I'll just kick it off because I just saw this from the homie Myth Informed, who was banned on X, got brought back on. And I like this to highlight this. You see what these Blackimons are into, what they do? Yep, I'm already onto the Blackimons right now. And here's Myth Informed. Things that white families do. So you don't need to, this is going to go along with Tim Scott being based. It's perfect along to the topic that I want to talk about today. Things that white families do, like reading to their children. Woke 12 through K teacher is opposed to schools promoting positive activities like families reading to kids because that's what white people do. I said a while back, this critical race theory, religion, whatever you want to call it, it does remind me of, because I remember that people, they would say, you sound like you talk like a white person. And this would be like middle school. I'd be like, what the hell? I didn't say anything. I wasn't confrontational. I was just like, okay. I didn't even really reply a lot of times. I'm like, okay. It's like, I didn't know what was fully happening, but it never stopped me from being me. I don't know why. Yeah, I guess it's just genetics, parents. And they would say that, and I'd be like, this is so weird. And they would say stuff like, hey, they would show like a magazine, like an Essence magazine, and it'd be some black actress or something like that. And I'd be like, I don't know who that is. And they would try to make fun of me because I didn't know who it was. I'm like, are they supposed to be important? Do you know how to add? I wasn't like that back then, but I went unfazed. But this is the academic way of saying you're white if you try to get up out of this. Or if you want reparations, you're black as hell. But if you want to read to your children, that's whiteness. She thinks that they should instead be focused on oppressive and racist policies. I'm going to talk about the history. I'm going to go back to World War II. And when we just saw in Canada, this is a different country, but in Canada, standing up, applauding, talking about Russia in 1940, you sound like a damn idiot. You don't even know what you're talking about. Russia in 1940. What the hell are you talking about? And they want you to focus on something else. They don't want you to focus on math. They don't want to focus on reading. They want you to focus on this.
Article shows that with evaded racism, the blame is usually placed on students of color and families for academic struggles because of their cultural practices or lifestyle or socioeconomic status. Instead of looking at shifts in the oppressive or racist policies or structures, they address these challenges, encouraging students to change their behavior, or families to do more things that more like white families do, like reading to their children or adopting like a growth mindset. Just, yeah, changing their own mindset to fit the school culture mindset.
And these Blackimons they don't look at this, they don't know about it, you show it to them, they don't care. They have more heat for me than they do for this. If you didn't hear, she literally said, do things like white, and she got a little uncomfortable because she knows how bad that sounds. But you could see the shifting, the body language, and she literally said, do things like white people, read to their children.
To do more things that more like white families do, reading to their children or adopting like.
What is new racism? Evaded racism. They're really good with their vocabulary, the linguistics of this. Anti-racist racism. Everyday racism, characterized as subtle and covert, also referred to as a discursive strategy. Evaded. Blame is on students of color and their families for academic struggles. Who else is going to be blamed for academic struggles? You want to challenge your area to do better, but ultimately it's on me as a parent. Shift in behavior as solution. Example, read more to children. Adopting a growth mindset. This is what they're labeling as racist. Evades examining changing structures or policies that systematically fail students of color. So you see the policy, you see this failing students of color or whoever else, that's a problem. Emphasis on achievement gap and short-term solutions, promoting culturally responsive pedagogy without analysis of racism. So basically saying critical race theory is you view everything through the lens of being racist. So if you look at this without that, then you're racist. Also called deficit discourse, a discursive strategy for policymaking and evading the topic of racism, labeling students at risk. That's what it is. It's perfect for, and Rasputin on the Discord would have had no idea what my topic for today was. James Lindsay said, they're just trying to make anything that builds healthy societies and children and undermine it with the contrived race Marxist smear white. So thank you, Rasputin. Would have had no idea that fits right in the topic of Tim Scott. And I lost it in the debate. Bodhi says they want to label everything that's positive white so they can say that it's a bad thing. That's exactly what James Lindsay said. And thank you, Rasputin. And I lost this I believe this was from the debate.
Middle MAGA.